Hey everybody, I hope you guys are all doing okay. Welcome back to Let's Play Siralim Ultimate. Now, originally I was not gonna upload an episode today, I was just gonna do things off screen, but then I realized I can't completely do things off screen because there will be a couple things that are worthy of being shown, and I thought about just putting them as highlights at the start of next episode, but next episode might be long because next episode I'm going to be doing some theory crafting, build, tinkering kind of stuff, and it would distract from the main point of the episode. So instead, we're gonna have a very short. This episode might literally just be 3-4 minutes long because what I'm gonna do is, off screen, I'm gonna do another 6 or 7 realms up until the next Saint Althea fight. And I feel like we've seen Saint Althea fights enough that I don't think you even need to see the fight. The only thing I'll show you is what anointment we get after the fight. And of course, if anything interesting happens on the way. And I have, at this point, a very high bar for what I consider interesting enough that it would merit being an exception to what is otherwise going to be off-screen gameplay. So that's my goal. Sadly, I only have time for one false god fight today, like about 40-ish minutes, and then I've got other stuff to do. But yeah, if anything interesting happens, I'll show you, and then I'll show you what we find after we're done dealing with Saint Althea. All right, I will see you shortly. Alright, just took out Saint Althea. I had a 361% regular item bonus, and I got pretty lucky with the runes as well. I got 3 of the 50% ones, and I think the other 2 were like 25%, so pretty good. Extra boost on top of that. Ooh, trait Netherstone. Forbearance Foregone. Is that good? And the answer is your sorcery and beacon creatures. I don't think that's really useful for us. Even the thing that it did, something about sealing spell gems, don't like it. Don't like it. It also had to do the trait protected, not trait, the status effect protected, which we don't really need. But I'm just gonna at this point start taking random anointments. I took that one. Our heaping treasure gives us a piece of garbage netherstone. We also got 7,000. Let me check something. Are you serious? Oh man, I was counting on one of my projects to get finished because my Rune of Prophecies. Oh god, I just need. I tell you what, we'll do one more realm. I won't. I'll do the realm off screen, and I'll show me handing in the Rune of Prophecies and starting a new one. All right, I'll see you shortly. All right, we're done with our one bonus realm. I just beat the master, not one of the rare masters. Yeah, we didn't find any of the special masters. I wasn't expecting to because we weren't even playing. I wasn't even playing that long, but you know, would have been nice. But you know what? We're in it for the long haul. We'll get them eventually. But yeah, let's just head back home and wrap up this very, very short episode. And hand in the Rune of Prophecies as well. Alright. Let's do this. 3 projects to hand in. Potentially the Goblet of Trials we'll have to hand in for the next rune. We'll see. I'll start out by handing in a couple projects. We'll be almost fully completing the Rune of Prophecies. In fact, if I had found 2 more buried treasures, I in fact did find 1 buried treasure, but then I forgot to pick it up, and it kind of feel bad about that. But you know what? We're gonna be getting 10 lines out of all of this, which is pretty decent. That's more than twice what we need. We need to make an average of about 4 lines per rune. You know, 10 is pretty decent. Let's hand it in. 10 lines, 75,000 piety. We should spend that piety on something eventually. But I'll hold on to it for now, because, you know, we don't really need it. And let me just quickly take a look at the new rune. We still will be holding on to a Rune of Prophecies. I am not going to cancel my bounty to fight Impington, because I already set my bounty against Saint Althea, and I don't want to lose progress on that, because we do still need to get we need to get anointments, and you can only get anointments by fighting false gods, and the slower you are fighting them, the slower you are getting them. Alright, so I'll set another assassination mission, but it won't be done in time for this. What else do we need? 2 raid missions is not gonna happen, so this is gonna be a pretty bad Rune of Prophecies for us. We might just be handing it in very incomplete, so we won't get this. We won't get any lines across the periphery. Yeah. It's not looking pretty, but we'll try our best. Let's... What was that? Assassination against the Mogwai. Let's start a new assassination against... I guess we're just going reverse alphabetical. So it's got to be somebody who's above the Mogwai. Keep going until I find somebody who I have 0 Runes of Prophecies with. You cannot hunt the Mimic or the Pandora. Interesting. You can, however, hunt the Gift Mimic and the Killer Cooler. Interesting, right? I guess we'll do Killer Cooler just to have it on. Let's also see what else we need. We can just have whatever projects we want, so we'll do another Keyforge, of course, and then another health training mission. And we'll just let the rest of them run. And I think we're gonna make sure we don't have any gambling to do. We don't. And we are just gonna wrap up this episode. What did we accomplish? Not a lot. We just hit Saint Althea once. I off-screened almost all of it. And then we did 1 extra realm just to get a couple more project completions. Let's take a look at where that leaves us. I mean, I won't show this every episode just because we need so many hundreds of them. But just to, you know, center ourselves. We need 680 more Runes of Prophecy and 2,729 more prophecy lines. So a lot of progress still to be done on both of those. We also got 1 more anointment, so that's pretty good. Didn't get any special encounters, but you know what, that's okay. So for tomorrow's episode, like I said, we're gonna be doing like the thing that I'm gonna try to do, which is to try and make a specialization independent build that can clear realms quickly, similar to how we had the universal Gate of the Gods party. I want a universal realm clearing party for everything other than false god fights. Hopefully we'll be able to do without relying on any of our specialization perks. I'll talk more about that next episode, but that's just to let you know, that's going to be the plan. For now, though, it's time for me to say thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed this very short episode. Hope you'll join me tomorrow as we try to do something potentially very difficult, but if we pull it off, potentially very rewarding, and is going to save us a ton of time for this 100% series. So yeah, hope to see you then. Until then, take care.